financial stress is a reality for many. A lot of people do not sleep because of expenses, because of bills, and it's a concern that many share. But what if, with proper financial wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you can maneuver through this? What if you get an extra help from God, divinely guiding you through this? So today in our video, we're going to be looking at the benefits, 7 benefits that are keys to your financial freedom that you enjoy as you apply divine wisdom to your financial life to ensure that you not only grow but also become stabilized. Now, the number 1 benefit you get is that you enjoy refreshing spirit. Now, there's joy, there's anxiety which comes along with you not meeting your needs. When the bills are piling up, what do you have to do? But when you have divine wisdom, it replaces all the stress and anxiety. We don't say that there's no absence of stress, but you know that God has the ability to give you the confidence to overcome it. And so any kind of decision that puts you in a bad light, because you have that financial wisdom, because that you have that financial understanding, you are able to deal with it and grow in your finances. And so stress doesn't catch you, because beyond the understanding that you have from your own education, you know that the Lord also is there to give you that peace of mind. And to enjoy the peace of mind that comes from God, knowing that you are not in it alone. He is there with you. So that's one of the benefits that you enjoy by applying divine wisdom, giving you the guidance to helping you even in the most difficult circumstances. He helps you, He guides you, and you're able to come out of it. When you are stressed, you're not able to make proper decisions. When you are stressed, the likelihood of you making poor choices are there. But when you have the peace of mind, when you have the peace that comes from God, which knows no understanding, you are able to come out clearly, make decisions that are able to get you out of your financial difficulties, even when you have deep neck into it. So seek divine wisdom beyond your financial wisdom, and it will help you deal with all kinds of related stress that are in your life. The second one is that it helps you to enjoy a vibrant life. Imagine that you can live your life the way you want it. Imagine that despite the challenges that confront you, you are still able to live your life in a joyful mode. The knowledge and understanding that you have in finance helps you to plan. So you're applying the principles that you know, like paying yourself first, like avoiding bad debts, getting into debt which is good, which has the ability to increase your income. Now, when you do all of this, it helps you to be stabilized. It helps you to stand on your feet. Applying financial wisdom gives you the ability to grow and increase your finances. And as you stabilize, you get the opportunity also to share with others. As the Bible encourages us, if it is in your ability to do good to somebody today, don't postpone it to tomorrow. Leading a vibrant life means that you don't hoard everything to yourself, but when you are able to also extend a helping hand to others, you do it. And you cannot do it with just financial wisdom alone. You need that divine guidance that helps you to ensure that whatever that you are getting, one, you are stabilizing yourself, and as you stabilize, you also offer support to others. You cannot do this with only your natural wisdom and understanding. Because your own mind, you would think that you need to hoard everything and increase, but to what end? There's a need for you to stabilize, but once you're stabilized, how do you ensure that you live a purposeful life without the money getting into you? So that's just another benefit that we also get when we allow divine wisdom to guide us. Another one that we also need to understand is that we are protected from pitfalls, because In your journey of achieving your financial freedom, there are a lot of decisions that you need to make. Sometimes you've looked at all the numbers and the numbers are all okay. Sometimes you've looked at the risk and you think that your mitigation factors are good. Yes, still there are things that are in your blind spots that you are not aware of. How will you be able to overcome those ones? You need guidance from above. And God is the one that can help you navigate the pitfalls of life, the pitfalls of your financial journey, so that you don't make unnecessary mistakes. There are some mistakes that can cost you. How do you avoid mistakes that can cost you? Of course, you cannot avoid it totally. But how do you ensure that even in the mistake that you're doing, it does not cost you? It does not cost you a fortune. It does not bankrupt you. Once you have divine wisdom that guides you, in addition to the financial wisdom that you've garnered, in addition to the understanding that you have on how money works, in addition to managing your risk, you're able to deal with the pitfalls that comes your way. Now, the enemy is planting a lot of pits on our way. And for each one of them, as we stumble and fall into, we are destroyed financially. How do you avoid that? How do you even, if you get into it, how do you get out of it without it shattering you, without it destroying you? It is God that can give you that divine wisdom and understanding. Why? Because the Bible says that He formed the heavens and the earth with wisdom and His understanding. It means that it belongs to Him. So once it belongs to Him, if we are using part of it to organize our lives and to manage our finances, He will help us avoid pitfalls of life that comes our way. Another benefit that we also get to enjoy is that we are confident in our rest. We are restful in our confidence. Why? Imagine somebody who has a lot of understanding of how money works. Even if they lose it all, they accumulate 100 million and they lose it all, they are not afraid. Why? Because they are confident in the strategies that help them get there, and they know that once they have that information, they can easily begin to implement the strategies that got them there, and in no time they will get back up again. That should be the position of us. That should be how we should be behaving. That we have enough financial understanding of how things work, of how to generate income, of how to grow our money, that even when misfortune hits us, we know that we can come back because of the confidence of the understanding and the knowledge and wisdom that we have. But beyond this, imagine you have all of this and you also have God also backing you. You will overcome any challenges and difficulties easily. So that's also a benefit that we get when we rely on the wisdom of God. But beyond that, He gives you confidence to face the future, confidence to face the unknown. You sleep and you are not agitated. You sleep and you sleep like a baby. People have money challenges, but they sleep and they sleep like a baby. Why? Because they are trusting God to provide solution. They are doing all that they can, so the things that are within their ability and within their strength, they are 100% working on it. And they leave the result to God, knowing that He's the one that will bring it all together. Whatever it is that you need to do, you don't leave it out. You do all that you're supposed to do. You learn as you're supposed to learn. You get the knowledge as you're supposed to get the knowledge. You read as you're supposed to do it. You engage as you're supposed to engage. You implement as you're supposed to implement. You are diligent as you're supposed to be diligent. However, as you do all of this, you leave the rest to God, knowing that He will give you the answer that you deserve, the answer that you've cried on Him for, the answer that has to come to you. So you are confident in His ability to help you navigate the challenges of life. So that's also another benefit that we also get as we rely on His divine wisdom. He also shields us from crisis. Divine wisdom shield you from crisis. There are some crises that comes. Some can even be global, and we've witnessed some that there are global crises that came. But even as it came, it wasn't everybody that it affected. Of course, a lot of people had difficulties. A lot of people were affected. However, there were people who managed to go through unscratched, who managed to go through without any challenges. There are people who even grew in those crises that came. And so when crisis hits you, believe that the God that you are serving, the one that you've trusted in him, is able to deliver you and bring you out of that crisis. And if you are relying on his wisdom, then he would even ensure that those crises do not come on you personally. If it comes as an economy, to a country, to the world, he also has a way of delivering you from it. So trust in him, and he will deliver you from any crisis that has been planned on the way against you. He will ensure that what you fear most does not come to you, and even when the trouble comes, he delivers you from them. So that's also another thing that you also need to understand, that is a benefit that you also get from understanding and relying on the wisdom that comes from above. It's not only that, there are some destructive traps that have been set also on our way. He delivers you from them. There are some deals that everything ticks the box, but Charlie, those people don't have character. They'll destroy your money. How do you identify money destroyers? How do you identify traps that are meant to destroy your wealth and plunge you into poverty? There are lots of traps that have been set on our way, despite the understanding and wisdom and the knowledge that we have. But we know that as humans we are limited. We know in part, we don't know in full. And so as you trust in God, he's able to deliver you from every trap that has been set by the enemy on the way. Whether it is financial, whether it is health, whether it is at your workplace, whether it's in your business, whatever challenges that is a trap that is supposed to destroy your finances, because you are trusting and believing in him, and you asked him for wisdom to lead and guide you, he's able to help you avoid those traps. Destructive traps are there to dissipate our finances, to dissipate the little money that we have, to destroy the growth that we want to see in our lives. But thank God that he's given you that ability as he guides you to avoid it. So rely on him and you will get this benefit also. Now, the last one is that God himself is your security. Because wisdom, understanding, and knowledge comes from him, we are applying part of it. And as we rely on him, he gives us the ability to succeed in everything that we do. He gives us that security, which means that it doesn't matter what happens to us. It doesn't matter the plans that have been set to destroy our finances, to destroy the growth that we are looking at. He guarantees our safety and he secures us. One of the things that it also helps us to do is that because we are for him and because we are applying his wisdom, there are things that we also avoid. Things like schemes, get rich quick schemes that are meant to dupe people. Things like getting greedy, because when you are greedy, sometimes the risk is there, but you don't see it. Why? Because you're only looking at the good side and you think that once you go in hard, you will be able to get all of your money. They are promising you unrealistic returns, but you say that, oh, I can get my money in a month or in 2 months, I can recoup my principal. No, when you're applying godly principles and when you're applying the wisdom that is from above, you're able to identify some of these destructive traps, and you receive the security that comes from God. So these are 7 benefits that you enjoy as you seek and walk in divine wisdom. So now the other issue is, how do you get this wisdom? Because we know that wisdom is the right application of knowledge, and so any financial knowledge that you seek, as you apply them, you're getting wisdom. But for godly wisdom, how do you get it? Number one, you need to pray for insight. You need clarity on the many financial decisions that you're taking. And so do the homework, but also pray to God and ask Him to guide you. Ask Him to lead you. Ask Him to prompt you. It says that if anyone lacks wisdom, he should ask of Him who gives liberally. So ask Him for wisdom. Ask Him to lead you. Ask Him to guide you. So that in the many financial decisions that you're taking, in the spur of the moment, because you already asked Him to guide you, He's able to give you the guidance that is necessary. So that's the first one that you're supposed to do in acquiring wisdom. Then the second one is that you also need to study godly principles. In the Bible, there are litany of principles that you can apply to grow your wealth. Paying yourself first is in the Bible. Living within your means, working hard, not cheating on others. There are lots of principles that you can apply, and you can learn from the Bible and also apply. So as you learn these principles and you're applying them, it is the wisdom from above that you're also applying to your life. So understand that. Then another point or another thing is that you need to revere God above wealth. We need to be financially free. We need to be wealthy. We need to accumulate riches. But it should not be done at the expense of our relationship with God. It should not be done at the expense of hurting others. When you revere God above your wealth, what you do is that whatever that you need to do, everything that you need to do to acquire wealth which contravenes His ways and His will, you avoid it. You cannot serve two masters. You cannot serve God and also serve money. How do you serve God and avoid serving money? Is when you make Him your master. Once you make God your master and not make money your master, then it means that you are serving God and you are putting Him above money. If you put money first, beyond and above God and above everything, then it means that you are making money your master. So take notes and don't make money your master. Revere Him above your wealth, and He will give you the guidance as to how you can create and accumulate your wealth without destroying lives, without disobeying Him, and without being at loggerheads with your God. So that's also another way that you also get wisdom from above. You also need to seek trusted advisors. In a multitude of counsel, you succeed. You can plan and fail, but when you seek advice from those who've already done what you want to do, seek advice from those who are ahead of you, and of course, godly advice, you are able to navigate the challenges of life. You're able to avoid the pitfalls that they fell into, and you can quickly grow to establish and achieve your objectives and your financial freedom. So seek advice, but not just any advice. You cannot seek advice from people who are like you, but you want to move a step ahead of them. No. Go to those who are a step ahead of you, ask them how they made it, let them give you the blueprints, ensure that it's in line with the will of God, and implement it, and you see progress in your life. Then you also need to stay open to spiritual guidance. The Holy Spirit is there to guide you, to give you all the nitty-gritty, the blind spots in your life. Is there to make it clear to you. You can say that, something is telling me to do this. No, it's the Holy Spirit that is giving you the nudges, that is giving you the prompt to take that course of action. You want to pen your signature to the deal, but they are having a serious prompt in it. There's some uneasiness within you. You don't have to go ahead with this. Listen to it and don't do it, because it is God that is guiding you and giving you the prompt to avoid financial traps that will destroy your lives. And so promptly give yourself to Him, allow Him to lead you, and as He leads you, you will overcome any financial challenge that come your way, and you'll be able to achieve whatever it is that you have set for yourself. Now, the last one is that you need to take action. If you learning without applying, there's no education. Education happens when you have applied whatever you've learned, and what you've learned has given you results. All the things that we've talked about, you need to apply them. So when you get one principle, apply it. When we're saying that pray for wisdom, pray. Actually do it. And this is something that you can take time off to pray about every morning as you build your relationship with God. Ensure that you not leave out your finances also. Practicalize whatever that you learn so that you can build on from there. As you practice it, you gain clarity. As you gain clarity, your capacity increases and you begin to do more. So there you have it. Let's apply these godly principles to have these 7 benefits that we've spoken about. Go through the necessary steps that we've spoken about to truly have the wisdom that comes from above, so that your financial life will be better. You avoid the stress that comes from the pain of finances. Thank you and enjoy.